NBA player Karl Anthony Towns announced he tested positive for COVID-19 after 7 of his family members, including his mother, died from the virus last year. Towns, who confirmed his relationship with Jordyn Woods in September, revealed the diagnosis ahead of Friday's game between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Memphis Grizzlies. "Prior to tonight's game, I received yet another awful call that I tested positive for COVID," the Timberwolves center wrote on Instagram. "I pray every day that this nightmare of a virus will subside, and I beg everyone to continue to take it seriously by taking all of the necessary precautions," Towns wrote. "We cannot stop the spread of this virus alone. It must be a group effort by all of us." A post shared by Karl Anthony Towns at Karl Towns. Towns' diagnosis comes after a heartbreaking year for the player that included losing his mother, Jacqueline Towns, to COVID-19. "It breaks my heart that my family, and particularly my father and sister, continue to suffer from the anxiety that comes along with this diagnosis, as we know all too well what the result could be," wrote Towns. He continued, "To my niece and nephew, Jolani and Max, I promise you I will not end up in a box next to Grandma, and I will beat this." Towns joined a number of other athletes, including Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets, that have contracted the virus. Following Towns' announcement, Woods shared comforting messages of support on social media. "Praying for you, babe. I know you're going to pull through. God's got you, and so does your most powerful guardian angel up there," Woods, 25, wrote on Twitter. "You're one of the strongest people I know. Please send some prayers up." A post shared by ACHDA Digital Media Generation at ACTA Digital Media Generation, Woods, who infamously became embroiled in the Kardashian-Thompson scandal in 2019, also shared a message on her Instagram stories. "Be strong, Karl Anthony Towns," Woods wrote. "You're a true fighter. This is not fair or right that you were put in this position when you were just trying to do your job." Jacqueline Towns died of COVID-19 in April 2020. Star Tribune via Getty Images. In March 2020, Towns shared an emotional video to social media telling fans his mother had been hospitalized due to complications from the coronavirus. At the time, Jacqueline was placed in a medically induced coma and was using a respirator to breathe. "She was deteriorating in front of our eyes," he said, getting tearful. "She kept getting worse, and the hospital was doing everything they can." Towns added that her condition worsened, he was unable to visit her in the hospital and had not been able to communicate. In April 2020, the Towns family announced Jacqueline died of COVID-19 at the age of 59. Jackie was many things to many people: a wife, mother, daughter, grandmother, sister, aunt and friend, the Towns family said in a statement.